Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Joy and I make videos on marriage, motherhood, faith and lifestyle vlogs. So if that sounds like your thing, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. And if you end up enjoying today's video, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up as well. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a continuation of my pregnancy, labor, and delivery story time. I made a previous video talking about my labor and delivery experience, and the reception of that video blew my mind. I mean, it was like the video really performed well on my channel and people seemed so interested in knowing my C-section recovery experience, how it was like. So I said, okay, what the viewers want, the viewers get. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my C-section recovery, how the whole experience was like for me. So story. Now, I don't want the pikin don't come outside. So, of course, I was dressed up, they sewed me back, the C-section area, they cleaned me up, and then they moved me into the hospital room, my main room, because I was in the theater before. So now as they finished the surgery, they moved me to my own hospital room. Now, very important, because of the C-section, right? I was given an anesthesia. Now, this anesthesia was supposed to, stop me from feeling any kind of pain. The anesthesia actually numbed me down from my waist to my legs to my feet, so I wasn't feeling anything. Now, after the C-section, because the anesthesia was actually given to me on my spine. Yeah, so it was a spinal block anesthesia. So the doctor told me that, for the next 8 hours, I was supposed to lay straight on my bed, like don't move any part of my body. Don't raise any part of my body up from the bed. So for 8 hours, you are laid down on the bed straight up completely. You don't raise your head up from the bed. You don't raise your hands. You don't raise your feet. No, I don't think hands was among, yeah. You don't raise your head, basically your head from the bed. So I said, okay, no problem. So for 8 hours, I laid on the bed. And then after 8 hours, of course, with the assistance of a nurse, I was asked to get up and start moving my body so that they will see how well I am doing after the C-section. Now, for the next like 7 days or so, I was supposed to be conscious of how I took my bath, because of the incision, the cuts on my lower abdomen, because you don't want water to touch that place so it doesn't get infected. So someone is supposed to bathe you for at least 7 days until the stitches have fully healed. And the way you take your bath, you don't just pour water from head to toe. No, you don't even use a sponge. God, you don't even use a sponge. Like, you just take someone will take a wet towel and just clean you up without pouring water on your body and nothing. So I was like, okay, no problem. So mind you, like I said in my labor and delivery story, I was delivered very early in the morning at about like 7:30, where 7:30 a.m. they were already done with the procedure, right? So 8 hours, then evening time. So around the evening, when I got up from the bed, I was feeling okay. I was feeling super strong. The next day, I was feeling good. Like, I was like, Omo, that means C-section at the way. Because I wasn't feeling anything at all. I was so strong. I was so good. I was carrying my baby. I was breastfeeding. I was, having a good time with my visitors, my friends and family. So I was okay. Okay. Then on the 3rd day, the nurse that was supposed to come clean me up delayed in coming. And I was like, Omo, people don't know that it's even a blessing to be able to use sponge to bathe. At this point in time, I was already like, I want to use sponge to bathe. I'm tired. I want to use sponge to bathe. Can't I just pour water at least from my feet down? You know. So the nurse delayed in coming, and I was feeling strong. I was feeling okay. Like, okay, fine. Let me just, take care of myself. Let me just bathe myself. Today is the third day. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm strong. I'm not feeling any pain. Big mistake of my life, guys. Big mistake. Very, very big mistake. And so I went to the bathroom and I took the sponge. You know, when you want to sponge the lower part of your body, you have to bend down. So I bent down and then I sponged my legs, my thighs, my feet. I poured water, I rinsed it off down, and then I used the towel to just clean my upper body so that I wouldn't have to pour water down so that it wouldn't touch the incision area. Then I came out of the bathroom and then I went to my hospital room and I laid down. After a while, I'm like, okay, let me get up and, eat or do something. The moment I raised my body from the bed, the headache that, hey, you think oh God, that headache, I wouldn't even wish the headache on my worstest enemy. The headache literally like dragged me down. It was like my life flashed before my eyes. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? Hey, I tried to get up again. The headache came. I was shouting. I was like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. My mom was with me and she rushed up like, what's happening? I said, my head, my head, my head. Immediately they called in the doctor and they examined me, like asked me what is happening. I said, my head, headache. There's this headache that I cannot explain, I cannot understand it, but there's something wrong with my head. And of course, the doctors took care of me and I was given some painkillers, but the headache was mad. Like my life flashed before my eyes. So I had to like ask the doctor much later, like what really happened to me, because I cannot understand that headache. Not knowing that it came from the anesthesia that was given to me on my spine. Now, because of the injection that was given to me, there will be a puncture, a small hole there. So I think it came from me bending down. As you bend down, you kind of, interact with your spine, your spinal cord. So that headache comes. How will I explain this thing now? There is a fluid in our spinal cord, right? So I think by that bending down, the fluid leaked out of the membrane and reduced pressure on the brain. So I don't know if it's because of me beating myself and because I hadn't bent down before. Like I was just, should I say obeying what they told me to do? Like, lay down, sit down, don't beat yourself. If they want to beat you, you just sit down on a chair, they'll clean you up and all. So that was what was causing the headache. So after that bending down that I did when I wanted to take my bath, when I laid down, I wouldn't feel a thing. I wouldn't feel any headache whatsoever. But immediately I tried to get up from the bed, the fluid in the spinal cord in the membrane area there will leak out and reduce pressure on my brain, thereby causing that severe headache. This headache was life-threatening. I will not wish this headache on my enemy. Like, it got to a point where I just burst into tears. I was like, what kind of pain is this? I thought I had escaped the pain, of course, because I didn't feel any labor pain. And, the baby came out of me smoothly. There was no contraction. There was no pushing. I thought I had escaped, pain. I thought I had escaped that pregnancy, scary feeling of pain and all. I didn't know that it was waiting for me in front. So I discussed with my doctor and he was like, I shouldn't worry, that everything will be fine. I just have to endure the pain. I think I was in pain like that for about 3-4 days, right? 3-4 days. The pain was so severe. It was so bad. Every time I tried to get up, it would be as if my life is flashing before my eyes and I can barely see a thing. It was really, really terrible. So after about 4 days, of course, I had to get discharged from the hospital, and I was given some painkillers. Be right back. Guys, sorry for the break. Baby is up, so we have to continue filming. So after about 4 days, I got discharged from the hospital. I was given my drugs. Guys, hey, good. After the pain I felt, I was like, I have to take these drugs religiously. Like, I took the medicine religiously. Even the vitamin C, they said take two, 3 times a day. I was literally taking the vitamin C 3 times a day. Like, I didn't joke with my medication at all. I also felt pain on the incision area, like very severe pain. And this pain also started on the 3rd day as well, the same day that I took my bath by myself, that I had bent down. So I felt very severe incision pain for about 3 to 4 days as well. After that 3rd day, it was so bad, it was so painful. So guys, please always listen to the doctor. Don't do what they say you should not do. You know, it didn't, because of course it was my first experience, having a C-section, having a major surgery. Because I didn't feel any pain per se, in the beginning after the procedure, I didn't really understand the gravity of what my body had just gone through. I didn't really understand the seriousness of the surgery, of the C-section. And so just when I thought I was okay, just when I was taking it for granted, my body like quickly reacted and reminded me that girl, you better sit your ass down. Okay, sit down. My body quickly reminded me that, guy, you just did something major. If you don't sit down, this body will force you to sit down. So my dear brothers and sisters, that was what happened, and I give God all the glory. After about 7 days, the pain was gone, but I still had to be mindful because there are some positions I would take, some postures I would take, and I would feel the pain. So after about 7 days, the pain really subsided. But then, there's where I would turn, I'll feel it. I'll be like, okay, this thing is still there. So guys, that was my experience with baby number 1, and I pray and sincerely hope that baby number 2 will be different and much kind to my body. So that is my C-section recovery experience. I am about 14 months postpartum, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so good. There is no pain anywhere. I am completely strong. I feel so good. It's been God all the way. It's been God all the way. So if you have given birth, let me know your experience in the comment section. Don't forget to click on the like button rather if you enjoyed this video, and also, have you subscribed to my channel? Have you subscribed? Kindly click on the subscribe button, the red subscribe button below. Kindly click on it. Remember, 2024, 1K subscribers. We must make it happen. So please click on the subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Mwah.